points very forcefully, and I appreciate you both being on the program. I've got to say goodbye to Cenk and to Jonathan. Thank you both very much indeed. I appreciate it. Well, Candace, you're going to stick around because some interesting stuff has gone on since we last spoke. Let's start first of all with your week-long suspension from YouTube, which apparently related to a 2022 interview with Kanye West, now known as Ye, obviously, in which he said Jewish people control the media. YouTube suspended you. They demonetized your account, which has 2.4 million subscribers.
Wait.
What do you think has happened here?
Is that why? Her Ye interview?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think...
Well, it was other things. This wasn't her Ye interview, though, because they left it up there for a while. The Ye interview was the Brigitte Macron interview where she kind of interviewed the man who exposed the story about Brigitte Macron being a man. Mm-hmm. It was Ye, that one, and I think her latest one. Forgot what that one was, though. Probably have to look at it.
I can only listen to people when they tell you what they've done. There have been radical Zionist accounts on X who have explicitly written a step-by-step guide of how to mass report my videos on YouTube with the express interest in getting my account demonetized.
Right.
And so it's completely wild to me that after I present that evidence to the public, you had the mainstream media say Candace blames radical Zionists. And I say, no, they took credit. Like when I got suspended, they said we did this, and they were applauding the effort, as well as Rabbi Shmuley. You know, I do think that there has been, as I said on the show, and we had that discussion with Rabbi Shmuley, if we want to call it a discussion. Rabbi Shmuley screamed for a while that there is a contingent of Zionists that have grown increasingly radical, and their perspective is that rather than having to dialogue, they seek out censorship and they seek out efforts like financial terrorism in order to get you to acquiesce to their narratives. No sooner did I say that than this swarm of radical Zionists began mass reporting my accounts. I had absolutely no strikes, and I went from having 0 strikes and 0 warnings to having 3, 4 in a row that arrived into my inbox.
Bro, that's impossible. Okay, no. They jumped over policy because if you got a channel, you know that, bro, when you get a strike, it comes in the form of a warning. That means they kind of spare you the first time. I mean, look, you did it, you got to take this class, and after that, if you do it again, then you get an actual strike. Then you're out for a week. How the hell did she go over a warning and then straight to a strike? Is crazy. Like, oh man, that's
an
tough.
Attack, a direct attack.
That's tough.
And then my account was completely locked out. So it was quite incredible to see it. And I do think that part of it was because of our sit down with Rabbi Shmuley, which performed very well. And people saw throughout the world what it was that I was dealing with in terms of having people lie on me and lie on what I said simply because I care about innocent life in Gaza.
And what has happened now? Are you back on YouTube? Is it up and running again? Are you remonetized, or what's the situation?
No, I won't be remonetized. They say I can apply for monetization after 90 days. And fortunately, because of that, how radical what happened was, a lot of people signed up and donated.
Dang, I ain't gonna lie. Like, sometimes when you do get a strike, it's like they don't really take away your monetization. You'll sit there in a week, but usually it takes a consistent amount of like you getting strikes and all that. Maybe you might be on your second strike. They might be like, all right, yeah,
she got
checking in 90 days.
3 channel strikes. Was kicked from the partnership program, bro. That's supposed to happen over a longer period of time. It should make it seem like it happened in a week.
Like, bro, oh god, it's like, hold on. Even when you get a strike, usually you don't lose the partnership program.
You kind of get a chance to, make up for it, do something different. Obviously, fix the mistake. You get a chance, but they just came right down her throat.
Off with your fundings.
To my locals page just to kind of keep us going, which is okay. I'm okay with it because I just have the heart that as long as you are doing something that is righteous, and I believe that defending innocent life is, I'm more than willing to deal with those consequences if that's my cross to bear. We have been in communication with the YouTube team. We presented all of the evidence that it was a targeted account, showed the person who said that they were mass reporting it, and also showed that we had, before we uploaded the episodes in question, we had submitted a form to have YouTube pre-review the episodes, which is insane. So we asked YouTube to pre-review to tell us that it was okay And they did this with the Tristan Tate episode, which is one of the episodes that they used to demonetize us.
Wow.
Came back, they said, thumbs up. This episode is totally fine for advertisers. There's nothing wrong with it. And then completely reversed the decision and ended up giving us a strike for it. So this is nothing, like I said, other than a form of financial terrorism. And it's obviously wrong, but I think it's good for the world to see kind of what happens when you stand up to this radical Zionist cell that I think not only exists in America, but throughout the world.
The other thing that's happened since we last spoke.
Man, go ahead and follow us on Rumble. I have to put the Rumble chat in there because you never know. You never know. Especially with people like Malachi, man. Can we put Israel on tax return? The U.S. 52nd state, bro? Or, I mean, yeah, low key. Like I say, really, we got like 53. It's like we got Ukraine, man. We got Israel. We got Taiwan.
He's cooking.
Is that there's been
well, make sure to follow us on Rumble.
In the court case in which two French women falsely claimed that Brigitte Macron was transgender. They've been found guilty of slander, Natasha Ray and Amandine Roy. They broadcast these unsubstantiated rumors. You yourself have made the same claims, also that she had this brother who didn't exist and that perhaps she was this brother, etc., etc. He has also, the brother, been awarded £5,000 in damages. The defenders ordered to pay €8,000 in damages to Mrs. Macron. Would you accept, as a result of this court case, that you're just wrong about this?
This was a complete media red herring, and I'm glad you brought this up because the last video that they took down was my interview with the journalist that broke the story that Brigitte Macron was born a man. That journalist who broke the story was not Amandine Roy or Natasha Ray, who were named in the defamation suit. He has never been sued, and he wrote a 6-part series with all of the documentation proving that Brigitte Macron lived as a man for 30 years. What they did was quite clever because it gave the media the tools to pretend that there was a defamation suit. What was at the nucleus of that suit was not whether or not Brigitte Macron was a man or a woman, but rather that woman, Natasha Ray, went onto a YouTube channel with Amandine Roy, the second woman, and spoke about the 6-part series that Xavier did and wrongly said, and this was defamatory, that one of the documents that came out of Amiens City Hall was forged. It was not a forged document. It was actually the real birth certificate that she assumed it was forged because they refused to release it, and then they finally released it after 2.
All right, so break it down pretty much. All right, so pretty much they framed it as if she lost the defamation case on the grounds that she said Brigitte Macron was a man, when no, she lost the defamation case on the fact that she says she went to this one location where you're supposed to be able to get everybody's birth certificate, and they didn't give it to her. They said, low-key, they couldn't find it. Then she did this interview, and then this same location or this organization that was supposed to be able to give her this, birth certificate, and they said they couldn't find it. They got it. They said, hold on, we had it the whole time. What is she talking about? And that's the defamation they're coming on. Yeah, I know.
2 years. For saying that was forged, they brought a suit against her for defamation. At the root of that suit was not the question of whether or not Brigitte Macron lived as a man, but rather whether or not the birth certificate of Jean-Michel Trogneux was a forgery, in which it was not. Until Brigitte Macron launches a lawsuit against Xavier Poussard, who is the journalist who wrote explicitly a 6-part series about her living as a man with more proof than I have ever seen in any story that I ever won. In fact, Xavier Poussard should win a Pulitzer. If life is fair, he should be winning awards for the work that he did, the 3-year work. Otherwise, the media is just
Candace,
giving you a red herring and relying on the fact that most people can't read French or speak French, and so they can't look at the lawsuit themselves.
Candace, I like having you on Uncensored. You're certainly uncensored. On this, I could not disagree with you more. Brigitte Macron is a woman, was born a woman, lived as a woman, has married Emmanuel Macron, and that's the truth. But you and I will disagree about that. But thank you for coming back on Uncensored.
Thank you so much for having me.
I can't breathe.
Got hit with Adrian.
Ben Shapiro, get your boot off my neck. Let a nigga breathe.
Bro, you're about to get us age restricted. All right, bro, let's go on to JD Vance and Tucker Carlson.
For this, we're on the road. You're in Phoenix.
Yep.
So where is the race right now? I mean, sincerely, to the
Make
best
sure to
of
like the video
official
if you haven't
who's
already,
that?
man. Appreciate everybody tuning
This is
in.
Atlas. Atlas, come here. Atlas, come. What's up, buddy?
So this is Atlas.
which I found out on the internet a few weeks ago that